Bitwise is officially launching its Spot XRP ETF. The inception date is set, the product details are loaded into the system, and the ticker is ready to trade. That alone is a massive signal. Bitwise is not a small player experimenting on the sidelines. They manage around $15 billion across roughly 40 different crypto investment products. That means they already have relationships with wealth managers, family offices, private banks, RIAs, and institutional desks that trust them to build and manage crypto exposure. When Bitwise lists an XRP product, all of those existing channels instantly gain a clean, regulated way to allocate to XRP without touching an exchange. That is why this matters so much. It is not just another ETF. It is a bridge that links the XRP ecosystem directly into the heart of traditional finance. Let's talk numbers so this becomes tangible. Analysts running projections on the Bitwise XRP ETF assume a slightly better than average performance. Under that scenario, the first month could see roughly $500 million in assets under management denominated in XRP. On day one, that might translate into over 11 million XRP being purchased to seed the fund. Within the first 5 days, that grows to tens of millions of XRP, and by the end of the first month you could be looking at something in the range of 200 million plus XRP pulled out of the liquid market just for this one product. Those are not guarantees, but they are realistic estimates based on how similar products, like Bitwise's Solana ETF, have behaved. Bitwise's Solana product recently acquired over $300 million worth of SOL, and if XRP even matches or slightly outperforms that trajectory, you are looking at a serious new demand engine. And Bitwise is not alone. We have Canary already live, Franklin Templeton lining up, WisdomTree preparing, and Grayscale's GXRP on deck. When you layer these together, you start to see how quickly ETF structures can absorb supply. Projections that combine 7 initial funds, names like Canary, Bitwise, 21 Shares, CoinShares, WisdomTree, Grayscale, and Franklin Templeton, suggest that billions of XRP could be taken off exchanges over a 12-month period. That is both exciting and sobering. It is exciting because if you already hold XRP, deeper institutional demand and shrinking liquid supply are exactly what you want long-term. It is sobering because it means an increasing percentage of the total supply sits inside institutional vehicles, reducing the share available for future retail buyers and potentially concentrating influence over voting, governance, and liquidity. This is where you need to zoom out. Crypto is not yet close to full global adoption. We are still early in terms of population penetration. Imagine what happens if another 100 million, 500 million, or even a billion people step into digital assets over the next decade while ETFs and other institutional products are quietly locking up more and more supply. There is simply not enough XRP at today's prices for everyone to hold a meaningful bag. That is why institutions and early adopters are trying to accumulate now, while the market still misprices where this could go over a 5 to 10 year horizon. On top of this, Bitwise's leadership is openly talking about where they see the next big wave coming from: index-based crypto ETPs. The idea is simple. Most mainstream investors do not want to pick individual winners between Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, or Chainlink. They just want diversified exposure to a curated basket of major digital assets and to hold it for the long term, the same way they buy an S&P 500 or total market ETF. Bitwise has been building index crypto funds for years, and they see these broader crypto baskets as one of the biggest stories of the coming cycle. For XRP holders, that is powerful because it means XRP appears not only in single-asset ETFs but also in multi-asset index products that steadily accumulate and rebalance over time. Now, while all this serious institutional work is happening, the rumor mill never sleeps. You see wild claims flying around social media and message boards. Secret executive orders making XRP the sole strategic US crypto. the Treasury buying the entire Ripple escrow to erase the national debt, Ripple escrow being seized and burned overnight, XRP replacing the US dollar as the world reserve currency, and on and on. It makes for eye-catching thumbnails and viral tweets, but when you hold those rumors up against how governments and companies actually behave, they fall apart quickly. A private company like Ripple is not going to simply hand over all of its escrow to wipe government books clean. The United States is not going to casually abandon the dollar's reserve status after building an entire geopolitical machine around it. And if any administration truly tried to anoint a single token as the official national crypto in secret, it would leak instantly in a world of staffers, security briefings, and internal memos. That does not mean XRP cannot play a critical role. It just means the real path looks more like what we are seeing now. Regulatory clarity piece by piece, market structure bills in the Senate, companies like Coinbase's CEO walking the halls of Congress pushing for workable rules, and institutional products launching in waves. The US crypto market structure bill is inching toward real votes, with talk of a markup in December. The aim is to finally draw lines between what counts as a commodity versus a security, who regulates what, and how platforms are allowed to operate. Industry leaders say the text is already most of the way there. It is not fast enough for anyone, but it is progress, and once rules settle, it becomes dramatically easier for ETFs, index funds, and tokenization products to scale without constantly fearing a regulatory rug pull. Meanwhile, we see other experiments bridging old and new finance. A US state like New Hampshire launches a municipal bond backed by Bitcoin as collateral, testing how crypto can function inside traditional debt markets. The structure uses over-collateralization and automated liquidation safeguards to protect bondholders. That same template can eventually be applied to other digital assets that meet liquidity, custody, and legal standards. At the same time, Circle rolls out X-Reserve, an interoperability layer designed to let teams spin up USDC-backed stablecoins on multiple chains with unified liquidity and minimal reliance on fragile third-party bridges. The roadmap includes expansion into other currencies like euro-denominated stablecoins. All of this pushes digital assets closer to being standard building blocks of financial infrastructure instead of isolated speculative chips. Zoom out one more level and you hear the macro conversation. Central banks, the IMF, and the BIS openly discussing a future financial system where central bank digital currencies play a major role and where something like physical gold sits as a base layer hard asset to back credibility. Some analysts even speculate about which other assets might one day earn Tier 1 treatment in that world. If an asset like XRP ever received that kind of status from major monetary bodies, the impact on perception and demand would be enormous. We are not there yet, and it would be irresponsible to present that as a certainty, but it illustrates the scale of the transformation underway. Settlement rails, collateral frameworks, and reserve structures are all being rethought in real time. So where does all of this leave you as an XRP-focused investor or researcher? On one side, you have real, measurable developments. Bitwise and other issuers launching spot XRP ETFs. Institutions managing billions in crypto assets. Senate bills slowly defining the rules of the game. Stablecoin infrastructure and crypto-collateralized bonds expanding. And steady rotation of capital from pure Bitcoin bets into a broader multi-asset digital portfolio. On the other side, you have viral rumors that sound thrilling but collapse as soon as you demand evidence, incentives, and basic logic. The opportunity lies in ignoring the noise and tracking the plumbing. Who is building the products? Who is changing the laws? Who is integrating XRP into real financial workflows? Now I want to bring you into this conversation. Do you think the ETF wave will help or hurt the average XRP holder over the long term? At what point does institutional control of supply become too concentrated for your comfort? And when you see these crazy rumors online, do you think they help by attracting attention, or hurt by distracting people from the real progress? Share your thoughts in the comments so we can map where the community truly stands. If you want ongoing, Level-headed coverage of XRP ETFs, regulation, and real adoption. Not just hopium headlines. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay plugged in. The next few years are not just about price candles. They're about who ends up owning the rails of the new financial system.